Hi, my name is Kerry. I'm from Diverse Learners, and we're a provider that provides support for students from Oxford Brookes, and that's Ray-Mart. And he's a student whose access support was being referred from Oxford Brookes. Oxford Brookes University works closely with us and refers students to us who can't access their support. Diverse Learners provide support at weekends and at evenings until 10 p.m, so it allows a lot of students on placements to be able to access the support that they need. So I'm going to hand you over to Ray-Mart to tell you a bit about himself.
Okay, I'm doing my PGCE at the moment, and I don't actually live in Oxford, so actually accessing support was quite difficult. So that's why I got referred to Kerry. Initially, I was quite apprehensive. It was kind of like, well, how's this actually going to work? You know, it's through Skype. This is like, whoa, new technology. How does this work then? And I was aware of the fact that we could share screens so that you could access my work and those types of things. But it was kind of like, well, how's that going to happen? You know, what's going to happen here? I think one thing that I was quite concerned about was awkward silences. It was like, you know, oh my God, what if just the conversation dries up and I've got nothing left to say, and I would just sit there and I stare, and you know, it's been great because it's just never happened, and you're really good because you don't need to feel that way. You just don't feel that way. Do you know what I mean? It's just not natural to feel like that. The other thing as well, which I thought was quite concerning to begin with, was what if she's weird and I don't like her? You know, what if I kind of sat there like, oh my God, what have Brooks done to me?
They had carefully vetted me, Ray-Mart, don't worry.
Yes, luckily it was good. Yeah, but Skype itself has been fantastic because it now means that I don't need to drive somewhere, I don't need to get somewhere on the bus or think about parking costs, those types of things. It's just, you know, eat my dinner, rock up at the computer, and away we go. You know, so that kind of lends itself brilliantly to convenient times. You know, the times that I get to be able to access support is so convenient for me because I'm generally away at Oxford during the day, and then I've got an hour drive to get back home. So it gives me the opportunity to come home, sort myself out, and have something to eat. And by that time, it's, you know, just before 8 o'clock. And then that's when I start to access support. The other thing that I thought was really, really good about Skype was that I can sometimes be quite forgetful. And
it's not just you, Ray-Mart. It's not just you. It's part of having dyslexia or dyspraxia.
Damn. Yeah, so I can't forget anything because it's here. So, you know, I can just disappear off and go and grab it and come back. So it's you know, it's so convenient in that way.
No stress of having to pack your bag and remember everything.
No, you know, I don't need to go through that little routine of making sure everything is in place before I go. I can eat and drink whatever I want, whenever I like. You know, I can have a coffee, I can have a sticky bun cake. It's convenient in that way too. And the other thing, this is just awesome. I don't have to take notes. You do all the typing for me. And I can see it on the screen when you're typing it. It's all there and available to access straight away, which is brilliant.
Yeah, so we use, there's a little box on Skype. Oh, my camera's going in and out because I'm waving my hands about. There's a little box on Skype that's called Instant Message, and it's very much like SMS. And you simply type what we're talking about. So you've got a good idea and some triggers to look back on. What we're talking about during the session, jobs you might have to do, things you need to look up, or if you're on a roll and you're saying something fantastic, I'll just madly type it down so you have access to that afterwards, and often you can just copy and paste it and put it straight into your essay because you've summed it up verbally much more eloquently than you might have done through the written word. And the nice thing about that IM box is that it can be there for, well, in your history forever, so you can come back and look at it. Some students copy and paste it and put it next to their student records, because we have a student record of what we did in the session after every session. So it's got a to-do list on it and what we covered and what you found useful. And then together with those two, hopefully should give you a really good idea of what you covered and what you have to do before we meet again.
Yeah, and that in itself is brilliant because it's like a checklist.
Yeah.
So it's just, and I'm a list person anyway, so it just gives me that opportunity to just tick off, yeah, done that, done this, and the other thing as well, I'm not reprimanded if I don't have the time to get something done, because time management is something that I'm working on myself. So
absolutely.
That's really good as well.
Well, usually there's a reason why you haven't completed something. So what we have to do during sessions is look at the barriers to what those things are. Like, okay, I didn't do it because I couldn't find the book, or I didn't do it because it felt too big to do, and we can look at chunking the task down into small bits, or how are you going to find the right book in the first place. So no, there's no finger wagging, definitely not. I've been on the end of finger wagging and I'm not that kind of person.
No. And you solely have supported me in that sense as well. I'm now able to look at a book and find the information that I want to find. I'm able to use the Brookes database library system better than everybody else on my course, and I'm supporting them how to use it. So the skills and the tools that I've picked up along the way have been a massive support to me, and it's not just the fact of sitting down and going through my actual work, it's actual life skills that I've learned as well, as to how to approach certain situations, because everything kind of interlinks, which has been really, really good.
Yeah, definitely a holistic approach, and it's quite nice because although you think you're working on maybe
sorry, newsflash.
So yes, normally we do have a conversation about shall we turn our mobile phones off before the start of the session, but we'll let you off. It's live.
Yeah.
And another thing that's quite nice is what you were saying, is that often students think that, we're just looking at a reading technique, but that reading technique is also beneficial for your essay planning, because you're able to find references more quickly or do some background more quickly. It's useful for time management because you're getting the right books out of the library in the first place. Yeah. It's useful for organisation because then we talk about, okay, next time you have an essay, if you really like that author, go and find that book from that author, or see if he's written any articles or she's written any articles. So yeah, it's quite nice in the fact that although you think you're looking at one area, it has sort of like a trickle-down effect.
Yeah.
It's almost like viral, and it kind of pervades into all your different skills. So yeah, we don't tend to kind of do you have to do spelling and you have to do sentence structure and you have to do grammar. It's completely led by you.
And the one thing as well, before I came to support with you, was the fact that I would look at a book and go, right, now I need to read this cover to cover to find the information I need. Whereas now it's just like, I'm going to find that little bit of information I need, and it takes me 10 minutes. It's kind of like I look at the certain things that I need to look for, and I don't kind of just try to absorb every single piece of information, which was something that was daunting before. So those skills as well I've picked up from having support through Skype with you as well.
Well, that's one of the ethoses of diverse learners, is about giving you the support, so then your confidence improves, so then you're achieving. A lot of students say things like, I couldn't have done it without you, but it's not that. It's just nobody's shown you the way to do it before, or nobody's shown you the skills or adapted it to how you're thinking. Because we get being a person with dyspraxia myself, we can get very depressed sometimes, or frustrated in having to fit into a certain way of doing it that we've always been told that doesn't make sense to us. So sessions are about giving you the confidence to explore how you can do it more efficiently and effectively. Because at the end of the day, the lecturers don't care how you got the essay there. They just want the essay there on time and hitting the learning objectives. So the pathway in which you achieve that doesn't really matter, and it's just about giving you the confidence to try those new ways yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
So what were your unexpected bonuses then of providing support? You said you were a little bit concerned to start with. So what are the extra little bonuses, apart from being able to eat sticky buns and you drink coffee?
The main thing I think is convenience of time. bonuses have been learning skills as to how to extract information from books and stuff. Like I said, I I had this whole perfectionism thing to begin with, about how, and I think it was more of a, well, everybody else does everything perfect, so I need to, and I've kind of learned that that whole process is not really real, and it is a case of hitting those learning objectives. So because of that, there were things like resources such as inspirations, or things like that I was very resilient to use, because they almost labelled me as disabled, and it was kind of like, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
And I think those barriers to my learning have been broken down. I'm more accepting of trying things that support me, and I'm surprised that those things have actually had quite a profound effect to my ability to do my writing and stuff. And that, I've noticed the results that I get from the work that I hand in has massively improved.
And you've taken less energy and effort to do it too. Double whammy. Excellent.
I know, yeah. But I don't want to. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does take, and that's about our rapport and building our relationship, is that we try at Diverse Learners, we're very, very passionate about embedding assistive technology that you get as part of your Disabled Student Allowances into the sessions, whether it'll be inspiration mind mapping or mind view mind mapping, or whether it's speech to text software, or whether it's text to speech software. And because you're given a package and these tools to make it more accessible for you, they're not cheating, as I often hear people, I don't want to do that, it's cheating. And it's been really, and it's been really nice to see that transition, because they make a humongous difference to me using that technology, and it means I don't have to try as hard or get as frustrated or have a snivel or throw the computer out the window, because I can actually capture my thoughts in a way that suits me, and I don't particularly care if it doesn't suit the lecturers, because they don't have to see any of that stuff. It's just a stepping stone in order to get the essay done. So we definitely believe in embedding assistive technology, and you're not the only one to be resistant, Ray-Mart. So it's really quite a common feeling, what you're expressing, so don't beat yourself up.
So those are the kind of things that I feel that I've kind of picked up and benefited from, really.
Excellent. So what would you say to other students at Brookes if they've been referred to Diverse Learners?
Just give it a go for a while. I was resilient, but I knew that I needed support, and I knew that I couldn't access it anywhere else. And it's been amazing. I enjoy it. I look forward to having support, because I have a laugh, and I enjoy that learning process and learning about myself as well, and the way that I learn. So definitely give it a go. Just you don't know until you've tried. Excellent.
Well, thanks very much for your time.
That's cool, thank you.
And then I shall see you 8 p.m. Tuesday.
Fab. Bye.
Ta-ra!